Hello, peeps. Right, I'm trying to get my my on-bike footage a bit more regular. So today, you've caught me, well, you find me on my way to the Kawasaki supercharged event. Which is over on your bike. Haven't got a clue what's going to be there. I don't think it is just you know, like the H2SX or just the H2 or the new H2SX SE Plus or whatever it's called. I haven't got a clue. What I did see on the thing, the advertisements for it, it said there was going to be like the new Z125. Yeah. So, nothing special. Hope you can hear me because I just found out that my other cable isn't working. So, it's pretty shit. So anyway, I'm out on my KTM Super Adventure S. Nearly got 1,600 miles on it now. I thought I had more miles on it, to be honest, but I don't. I think I've got my other KTM modelled up, my Super Duke GT, which has got pretty much 2,000 miles on it. So I think I made a mistake and thought I had 2,000 on this, but yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. For those that have been following my videos, you may remember me saying about some faults and some general maintenance faults that were coming up on the dash. I've now taken it back to KTM and they've fiddled around with it, and I haven't had no issues since. The bike does feel a bit different actually, it feels a bit smoother, so apparently the bike needed updating. But there is another story that I just wanted to share about that. When I went there, bearing in mind that I brought this bike in December, I think it was December? November or December. So the bike is at most 5 months old, at most. Bearing in mind that, you know, a lot of that was shit weather anyway because of all the snow and stuff, so. But yeah, I brought it, I'm pretty sure I bought it in December. So, when I went there, the guy told me about faults that had shown up. And there was something to do with the headlight, something that wasn't communicating with it, something, I don't really know. But that was nice of them. Thank you very much. But yeah, they weren't communicating. So they updated the bike. But then he said to me that there's a lot of updates to do to the bike, and it was pretty much like it had come out of the factory. And what worried me about that was the fact that the bike's a few months old and they didn't update it before they sold it to me. It's had its first service done at 600 miles. They didn't update it then either. So that is a little bit shit, I have to admit. And this is Premier Bikes in Didcot area. I can't remember exactly where it is now. Stonewater, I think it was, something like that. I can't remember. Or it used to be in Didcot. And yeah, I was really quite disappointed with that. I know that those things can get missed. I know that you can miss an update, but you know, you shouldn't. Anyway, back to the bike. Haven't had any more issues. I'm absolutely loving it, even though I'm still riding with full luggage on it. Still got my panniers, still got my top box. Yeah, I'm still loving it. It's definitely one of my favourite bikes of all time. It's going to be interesting when I get my Super Duke GT back, because I should be getting that back tomorrow. And when I say I'm getting it back, what I mean is I had a motorcycle accident. I was knocked off almost a year ago now. We're talking 11 months ago, and I'm only just getting my bike back. So it'll be interesting to ride that bike, considering it's the same engine but it's completely different. You know, and that's the bike that actually does have the M50 calipers. It has different things than this bike, but this bike is so comfortable. It's going to be interesting to see how the two compare. You know, and if I then think, oh, I prefer the Super Adventure to the GT, I might sell the GT. I might get the new GT, but I don't like the new GT as compared to the old GT as much. The look of it, the front lights and where it attaches to the screen looks really shit to me. But I don't know. So yeah, hopefully when I get to On Your Bike, I'll be able to, well, if the new H2's there and the new H2SX is there, then hopefully I'll be able to put maybe some video footage or some pictures on this video. Because I haven't seen them. I haven't been to the NEC or any of the Carol Nash shows or the MCN. Haven't done them. I haven't done them for the last few years because I find them really boring now. So I just haven't bothered. And I'm going the long way to On Your Bike because I'm just trying to avoid Aylesbury, because Aylesbury in rush hour at like 5:30. Ugh, horrible. Will be horrible. So yeah, at the moment I'm really enjoying it. Everything is lasting well, even though I rode it through all the really bad weather. I haven't really had any sort of rust on it. The only issues I've had was the pad retaining pins, as I mentioned on another video. They've gone a bit funny. One thing that I did notice, which you can't blame it on the bike, but I was getting so much brake squeal, like insane amount of brake squeal. And I know that I needed to take the brakes out and, you know, put some copper grease on them. So when I was at the time, you know, I was still washing the bike weekly. When I had the time, I took all the brake pads out, had a look at the pins are okay, and then I had a look at the pads, and my god, they had gone funny. It had like all bubbled up. They were horrible. They had really gone dodgy. What the fuck's going on here? Yeah. So I was happy to take them out, and now the brakes feel fine now. The brakes feel nice. In another video, they definitely did mention that the brakes for this were M50s. They are 100% not M50s. I just want to clarify that. I did mention it on my other one, that I'd seen it on another video when they said they were, but they're definitely not, because M50s do not have pad retaining pins. You just, like, the pads line up internally in the actual caliper, and that's why if you have M50s, it's really, really important to get the pads for your bike, because I've heard stories of people when they have them on, say, a Triumph or on a Kawasaki, and they order the wrong one, and the backing plate is thicker on certain ones than others. So if there's a big difference in the thickness of the actual pad and the backing plate, then when you're actually using the brake and it starts to wear down, the mechanic for my H2 actually said one of the pads actually fell out of a Triumph. Or it could have been fallen out of a Kawasaki, but it fell out on the guy because it had actually gone past the bit that actually held the pad in. Because he actually cheaped out and got pads which were for the M50s, but they were for a different bike. So just because you've got M50s does not mean that they're all going to be the same. They're not. So just bear that in mind and be careful. This one, no, I don't know what the pads were like, but the brakes are actually really good on this. It's actually got a really nice back brake for a change, but I think it's actually got like it's pretty much got like what, say, like an SV650 would have on its front. This pretty much has that sort of a brake on the back, so it will actually stop quite well on the back. It feels very, very stable. Right, so I'm just going to go into a few of the things that I actually had put onto this. I had the quick shifter and the blipper. Well, it's not even a blipper, it's up and down shift. I had that put on. I had like the travel pack with the heel hold control. I can't remember what else you get. That motor slip regulation or something, MSR. And hang on, I'm just going to get past this car when I can. So I had all hill hold, had the MSR and the quick shifter. Hill hold, the MSR a lot of people get for wheeling the bike and stuff, but the hill hold is a bit, yeah, it makes the bike feel weird. Like, it really made me feel weird when you're actually on a hill and the bike's in gear, and sometimes you try and pull away, and because the bike has the brake on, you can't. It feels very unusual. Anyway, I'm going to switch off for a sec because I'm going through a slower area here. I'm just going to slow down, and then I'll come back in a minute and I'll talk about something different. See you in a sec. Right, I'm back again. I've been thinking about what I'm going to say about this bike. I've spoken about the suspension and stuff before. How, you know, they are very noticeably different, and the suspension on comfort is really nice. As an everyday bike, just riding around the normal roads of England, top notch. Give it 10 out of 10. But it's exactly the same as that on the GT as well, the electric suspension. I don't know if it's active. I know it's semi-active. I don't know if it reacts to everything that you do on the road, or if you just set it to something and that's what it does. I don't know. I have a funny feeling you set it to like comfort and it's to a setting. I don't know if it reacts to everything that you do on the road. So, right, I'm not far from on your bike now. Down here is actually a place that I actually really like coming through in the summer. It's not a very long ride, but it's normally where I quite often come through. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say about the bike really. I really absolutely love all the dash, and you know, heated grips are nice, the heated seat's nice. I've got the ergo heated seat. Don't know if you need it heated, but it's actually very comfy. I'm going to find out more about it when I go to Wales or the Isle of Man. I'll find out a lot more about it. Dash is really nice. You know, I've got it set up there with my 8 favourites, which are just, you know, important things like trips and oil temp and battery and shit like that. It's not really, you know, you could set those up. I don't know how many of those there are. You can only have 8, but you have 8 out of say 20. There's quite a few others that you could choose, but I'm not interested in the others. That's my 8. So. And what I was talking about the other time, obviously, when you press set, you end up going into all of this stuff, my ride and all that shit. Can't really discuss that while I'm on the road. Your favourites are the up and down buttons. So at the moment I've got my up button set as the damping, so you can just change it there, and I've got my down ones set as my ride mode. But that's all completely customisable. So there's other videos of these bikes in the peak, and they say, you know, it takes too long to get to, say, turn off your traction control or turn your heated grips on or something. But you can actually put those things, you know, there's certain ones, I don't know how many, but on the actual preferences, the up and down favourites, you can select those as well. As I said, I've only got ride mode and suspension, but you can change those. If you wanted heated grip and heated seat, you can do that. If you wanted traction control, I think you could do that. You know, you could assign it to one. So if you're riding along and you're like, oh, I don't want my traction control on, you just press it and it comes up. And it's easy enough. You know, you just go into like the KTM bit, like you press the set, and then you just go into, I think it's motorcycle, or is it in settings? I can't remember now. It won't let me do it while I'm riding. So, but yeah, it's easy. Sure, fucking hell. Yeah, easy. And I think it is, like, you've got your favourites and you've got preferences. I think your preferences are these 8, and your favourites are the up and down buttons. So when you're like not moving along and you've got it on the dash, just put it on your favourites and you could choose certain ones. If you haven't got one of these bikes and you want to know that, I will go into a more depth video if you want me to. you know, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll make a more in-depth video of the actual little bits of the bike. Most people that are probably watching this probably already have the bike, so they might not even need to do it, and I'm not going to do it unless people want to see it. It's not like I'm wasting my time, but I'll do it if need be. But yeah, it's easy enough. It's just a few button presses. So these videos, when people say, oh, you know, it takes too long for you to turn off your traction control, and before you've gone anywhere, your friends have buggered off. Well, if you've got it set up for, say it's the summer and you're going out for a ride, you just spend 5 minutes setting up your preferences before you go out, or the night before or whatever, and then you could just assign them to the up and down button, and then, you know, when you start your bike up, you're letting your bike warm up, you're doing your crash helmet up, just press it, turn your traction control off, or your ABS or whatever it is set on, and then off you go. So, you know, you can change it. They're not set permanent, so if you want to change them, you can change them. Stuck behind these cars now. Bit of a shame. It's just a cat. Let's go for it. Got a bit of a wheelie there. It probably didn't like it. It probably did wheelie a bit, because I've actually got full luggage and I've got the luggage full of shit as well, so I've got a bit of weight over the back of the bike. Oh well. And hitting a crest with that sort of stuff's probably not a good idea, but as my nephew would say, fuck it. I love this quick shifter and blipper. Absolutely love it. Right, before I sign off, I've just remembered another issue that I had. And I hate to say it, because it actually sounds like I'm dogging this bike, you know. I'm actually saying all the issues that I've had. And that's not in the slightest. I've had a few issues, but nothing bad, you know, and KTM have actually been really good. Another one was the top box. When you stick a key in and you turn it all the way, like you turn it halfway, and then it opens, so you can, you know, it lets you open the box. If you turn it like a quarter of a turn more, the handle pops out and a little lever at the bottom pops out, so you could take it off. Right? But on mine, in the locked position, the actual handle, the carry handle, was at a funny angle. Sorry, nice view. Yeah, it was at a funny angle. It, like the plastic had warped, so you could pretty much just stick your nail under the handle and pull it up. And it's not like someone's going to be able to get into your luggage. It's not like that, but it was kind of like, you know, you paid a lot of money for it, and it wasn't to my satisfaction, so I took it back. I was expecting them to fix it, and they just gave me a whole new box. So they said something had gone wrong internally, so yeah, they changed it, so I can't complain about that. Shit on these roads. This is the worst corner. People come down here in their dumper trucks and they just dump shit. Look at this, look. It's all like cement that just gets dumped in the road, and then it like sets rock hard. Anyway, for now, I think I'm going to sign out. I'm going to go to On Your Bike. I'm not far from there now, and have a look at this Kawasaki supercharged experience. So if there's anything interesting there, I'll record it and I'll make a video for it. So for now, latest taters, Deadbug Davies out. Catch you on the next one. Oh yeah. I just wanted to say, I've had a few more subs. I don't know how many I am at this exact time, but I've had a few more, so hey, thanks very much for that. If you're a new subscriber, thank you very much. If you are a subscriber that's been with me a little while, thank you even more. I really do need to pull my finger out just a little bit better and do more on-bike reviews of other bikes, but I've been really lax lately. I'm going to speak to the guys over On Your Bike in a minute and see if there's bikes that I can arrange to take out. One of them I'm actually really excited to ride. I've never ridden one of them. I've ridden a derivative of it, but I've never actually ridden one of these bikes, and it is one of those bikes that I look at and I know it's a bike I will not own, but it is a bike, like, it sounds amazing, it looks absolutely stunning. The new version of it is supposed to be insanely powerful, so that hopefully will be coming up. Who knows, maybe I'll get a ride on some new H2s or something like that, you never know. I'm going to do everything I can to try to make an effort. Anyway, here is On Your Bike. I'm gonna, well, I've already signed off once, so I should really sign off properly. So I will. This is On Your Bike. Kawasaki, Aprilia, Ducati, all sorts of shit they sell here. So, wah. For now, thanks for joining me on my ride. Oh god, I'm getting old. And Deadbug Davey. I'll catch you on the next one. Laters. Toodaloo.